Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group number 5 and today we will be talking about the 10th goal, which is reduce inequality. Brothers and sisters, inequality is so deeply rooted in society that it's present in almost every situation. So if you can imagine development as a human, it will be walking with a limp because of inequality. The goal focuses on reducing inequalities in terms of income, sex, age, disability, religion, ethnicity, origin, economic status, and other status within the country and also among other countries. It has targets and 12 indicators. The problem is that the bottom 40% is still suffering from repercussion due to unequal distribution. Also, marginalized groups still feel as though their voices are being muted. So, to know more about our discussion, do enjoy our video. Thank you. In this video, we are going to discuss a serious issue, which is income. This issue matters to us because day by day, the income gap between the rich and poor is getting bigger in Malaysia, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. Obviously, you can see the captains of industry reaping a lot of profits while some of us were forced to stay at home. This issue has led to economic recession. How are we going to achieve reducing inequality in terms of income? Well, we can achieve it by implementing new taxes towards the rich and providing more financial assistance to those in need. Examples of new taxes that can be implemented are goods and service tax, luxury condo tax, transaction tax, stock trading tax, and tax for YouTubers. For your information, these taxes have been implemented in Australia and it's necessary for Malaysia to implement them. Once we collect these tax revenues, we will provide financial assistance for the M40 and B40 citizens. Single mothers, fishermen, smallholders, rubber tappers are targeted groups to receive the financial assistance, and we will also introduce an annual salary increment for the civil servants, especially to our beloved frontliners. Thank you. Next, let's talk about racial and ethnicity discrimination. For instance, we see a lot of small and medium enterprises that offer jobs by putting up prerequisites of Mandarin language as being part of the job requirement. This issue matters to us because it will create a huge barrier for the Malays and other races other than Chinese to get the job, especially during these desperate hours due to COVID-19 pandemic. The big question is, how are we going to achieve reducing inequalities in terms of racial and ethnicity discrimination? To effectively solve the problem, it is important to first build consensus around through newspapers and social media in order to create awareness. Hence, this will inculcate empathy among the employers. Problems such as job loss or unemployment should be spreaded through all platforms of social media such as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter so that our voices will be heard, and to encourage employers to remove this prerequisite. In this way, the society, regardless of race and ethnicity, will be able to get jobs evenly and fairly.
Next, we will focus on a fundamental issue that arises, which is education inequality. One of the significant causes of education inequality is the lack of opportunities for children from poor families because the poor cannot afford to purchase the same comfortable and pricey learning equipment as the wealthy. As we can see, during the pandemic of COVID-19, children from poor families are having difficulty in dealing with online learning due to the internet problems, lack of devices like laptops, and many more. It is a matter to me and my friends as children from poor families will be left behind in terms of education, and even worse, it is not their fault at all. Okay, now how are we going to overcome this education inequality? Our suggestion is the government should play a significant role, which is rather than focusing on development spending, the government should channel aid towards social spending. As a result, more social assistance allocations can be channeled to the people. For example, Minister of Finance Malaysia, Tengku Zafrul Aziz, previously stated that the government would give away 150,000 free laptops to assist the people. The bad news is that this promise has remained an empty promise from the government until today, and it has yet to be fulfilled. Last but not least, gender inequality. Gender inequality is evident in workplaces. It happens many times, especially when we are looking for a job. The fact that heavy works such as contractors is connected with men is one of the clearest instances we can give. Despite that, the fact that the woman asking for such a heavy job has the qualification requirement, she is likely due to human stereotypes. My friends and I cannot remain silent on this issue because it is discrimination based on gender and will lead to unfair treatment in life. In order to address gender inequality issues, the government should be stricter with rules and regulations. Practically, the maximum quota based on gender for each sector should be applied by the government. Anyone who violates the regulations and rules for implementing the maximum quota should be penalized in order to protect the welfare of human rights. To sum up, inequality has potential to be a very critical problem for the world. Therefore, society should now have an awareness of these problems and strive to overcome these problems. Remember, prevention is better than cure.